Hi, I'm Dr. David Baker Hargrove.
And I'm Robert Baker Hargrove.
And we're at the top of your inbox. This is the place where we come together to bring to you all of our years of lessons learned from owning and operating businesses, both independently and together.
And our goal is to provide you with a little bit of a business bite for you to take back to your company to help your business grow and your leaders develop. So, Dr. Dave, what's at the top of your inbox today?
So today I thought that we would talk about building a strong brand for your organization.
Absolutely. When you're thinking about building a strong brand, it really kind of is the way that you communicate who you are and what you do out into the world and the community that you're serving. And thinking about how, when you're thinking about it from a marketing perspective, a messaging standpoint, you really must be able to communicate all of that in short bites and in longer bites.
Yeah, and let me be the real here about something.
Okay, the real. Like this one's the real.
It's been my experience, both personally and, around other entrepreneurs, that a lot of times when you're first starting out and you pick a company name and you might pick a logo or have somebody do a logo for you, you might find that over a few years, a lot of times it's usually a rush job, because you're just trying to think about, well, what fits, how do I put myself out there?
Right.
And it's really about trying to get the engine rolling and getting things moving. And you might find very likely that in a couple years down the line that you've evolved your organization, it grows like a child and it's evolved into something that might be different than what you initially put together as your brand packaging for like your name or your logo and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to change it. Don't be afraid to change your name. Yeah. Don't be afraid to change your logo.
Absolutely.
Especially if it makes more sense for where you're going as an organization.
So what's really important about branding is that when you're being able to break those things down and touching on what Dr. Dave just said in regards to don't be afraid to change it, or if you feel as though that you've rushed, I ask myself, what's the meaning behind it? What are you projecting? What are you portraying? And if you are able to tell a story about what you do, who your company is, and how you're serving the community that you're doing, or whatever your products or services are, that is a good brand. That's a strong brand. But be able to make sure that story has the ability to evolve over time, but it also has the ability to grow. So evolve and grow. And you never know which one you're going to have to do when you're going to have to do it. But the thing is that whenever you're thinking about how do I put myself out there, what does it look like, the colors, all these things, they all tell a story. And so building a strong brand is something that you should be able to stand on as an entrepreneur, as a company, because that's really going to be how the people see you in the community.
And one of the things that's really important to think about is the logo. All strong brands and strong businesses throughout the world have a recognizable logo that may or may not necessarily have the company's name on it. And so that's really important. That's one thing that we always think about when we're starting off a company or when we're talking to people about their logos, is that how do you get something together that could look recognizable without necessarily having the company's name on there? If you just kind of put that logo on somewhere, and then obviously we're not expecting that every company is going to have the bite out of the apple for, Apple company,
or anything of that nature.
Anything of that nature, right? But still, it's really about putting that thought into the logo can be very important. And you know what? There are websites that you can get logos generated for you by artists that are a lot cheaper than probably if you reach out to a design company.
Or like, as I like to say, more cost effective.
More cost effective.
And what's really important when you're thinking about just starting out, you want to find many cost effective options and then put it out there, look around, take some time and figure out what it means to you. So that way, when you're looking at a potential logo from a branding standpoint, it has some meaning to you. And one of the greatest things that you can think about from a marketing standpoint and from a branding standpoint is keep it super simple. When someone looks at it, do they get it instantly? If you have to sit there and go, well, this is what I mean, and this is what I'm thinking, and this is where I'm going. If you have to explain it, you've already lost it, because you can't add words if someone's just looking at a logo. You can, but the whole point is that the logo should be able to stand on its own, because if you put it on paper, a pen, anything. You should be able to look at it and know who you are and what you're doing, and just have a reminder of who your company is. So if any of this sounds amazing to you or you want some help with this, you can reach out to me at robertbakerhargrove.com.
Or me at davidbaker-hargrove.com.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can reach out to both of us at bhcassessment.com.
So until next time, we'll see you
At the top of your inbox.